All right. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, yes, yes. So I got to give a big shout out to you. Okay. I know I say this a lot. I know I talk about the Coach's Corner a lot. You guys are my favorite people in the world. But while I've been in Utah, I don't know what it's been, but I have had a resounding, like, amount of people like coming up and going, oh my goodness, the Coach's Corner community is so inspiring. And it's because of us. We get credit because it's a word and we study the word, but come on, anybody can study the word, right? So it's the community. It's the community. You can just feel it. You can feel heart. You can feel energy. And I've had people say, even my office staff is, Andrea, this morning we just had this, didn't we? Even my office staff wants us to cut on the Coach's Corner to start the day. And they have nothing to do. They don't know anybody on here. And I share that with you because I hope you feel the part. I hope you feel like, man, this is something that I contribute to every day. But because of you, this is why we do this, because this was only supposed to be a couple of weeks long, and it's been over 2.5 years, right? I mean, think about that. That's incredible. So the word for today, and we did this word specifically for all of us, but especially the people that right now are so many of you are tied to what we do. And the word's hope. Hope. And if you look at the definition and you study the word hope, a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. Hope. Want something to happen or be the case. Now, I don't know how you believe, but I believe in hope. I believe in a life after this. I believe that the dash is from when we were born to when we depart this earth, and there's life after this, and we have the hope of that, right? And then I tied into profession. I tied into my business, and my thing with hope is the difference between a victim in this life, that we talk about the peaks and the valleys, like that's the journey, that's the book. You know, recently I saw a gold album and I thought, you know what, like a gold album, like somebody won a gold album in the recording world or the music industry. And I thought, we look at that gold album of the music group Alabama and we're like, oh, they're so lucky. But what if we dove into the gold album and we were to ask them about the journey? You think it would come with peaks and valleys and tough times and all leading to that gold album? And so I believe that's what we're doing right now. I believe we're going through life, and it is the chapters. It is the book that we're writing in that dash. And I look back on the word hope and I go, hope is the difference between a victim and a survivor. It's not if we're going to get knocked down. We're going to get knocked down. It's how fast are we going to get back up. And I believe a survivor is a person that keeps hope alive. Even when the odds are stacked against you, even when things have happened to you, it's like they get up one more time and they go, you know what, I got to go find hope again, because I know hope is going to create survival in my life, that's creating this journey, this book, this story of my life, of my dash. And so my message to you this morning is, I don't know what it is that you're longing for right now, that you're yearning for, that you're going, you know what, I got this burn in me. I know we got a lot of people in Utah right now, it's got a burn in them to find hope, right? for that positive expectation for what something can turn into. And my prayer is I hope they find that here. That's why we invited them in. But for all of us on the Coach's Corner and the people that's watching in and listening and looking at this recording at some point, I hope that the difference between victim that gives up, that quits, and the survivor is the person that finds hope. So wherever you're at right now, whatever you want right now, go find hope and you'll survive, right? And sometimes you have to pay to find hope. Sometimes you have to go to find hope. Sometimes you got to do whatever it takes to find that gold called hope, because that is what will get you through and will create a survival in you that continues on that journey towards success, towards fulfillment, towards a better tomorrow. I hope this made sense to you. Andrea, the word hope was great for today. Great for today. And I appreciate you guys, because you give me hope coming in here, tuning into you, and just knowing that, man, what we're doing is making a difference. It's making a difference. And you're all a part of that. So thank you. Andrea, I'll turn it to you.
Thank you so much, Coach. And I was so hopeful that you were going to be on here. So thank you for making my dreams come true. I was nervous for a minute there. So the quote that I found is, hope is the only thing stronger than fear. And Suzanne Collins says that. And all I kept thinking about this morning was, have you ever felt hopeless? You know, that feeling where you just don't think that you can improve your situation, and it kind of makes you just shrink your activity. You kind of want to hibernate. You know, you try less, you do less, you help other people less. You just are kind of less of a human, less of yourself. And it could be, you know, hopelessness around something as small as, let's say, your weight, right? Like, doesn't matter what I do, I'm just never going to get this extra weight off me. So then you make all these decisions that solidify that statement. Or maybe it's a little bit of hopelessness around your kids, right? Oh, I'm not sure they're ever going to do good in school. They're just a bunch of idiots. Just kidding. But whatever it may be that I wouldn't say that about my babies all the time. But maybe they're just never going to do anything in their life. Or hopelessness around your parents. Like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to get them into a place where they're stable and they're happy and they're comfortable as they get older. Could be hopelessness around your finances. Like, oh, I'm never going to be able to get a home or save that much money or be able to retire. And when we feel that hopelessness, it just cripples us. We're just frozen. But if we can find one little grain, like just a little smidge of hope, we can change everything and we can take so much more action. So how do we cultivate that? How do we bring in that hope when we're feeling a little bit less than hopeful? First of all, have faith. Y'all know, like, I love Jesus, whatever you believe in, but when you have faith in something bigger than yourself, when you have faith that there is someone that has your back and holds you in their arms and loves you and cares about you and created you for a purpose, you can have hope for a better future. Next, if you have gratitude. So if we're thankful, if you just take a moment on your darkest, ickiest, poopiest morning, right? And you just sit there and go, okay, what am I thankful for right now? And it could be something so small that you're grateful that your pillow wasn't too lumpy the night before, or that, you know, your sheets are nice and smooth at the bottom of the bed. I hate when it crinkles up under your toes and you got to smooth that all out. So maybe you had a smooth sheet night, or your coffee was warm, or your babies are under that same roof and you know that they're safe, or that you get to have a puppy, or that you have a purpose, or that you're so grateful that you have friends on the other side of the computer screen. But when you just take that time to list everything that you're grateful for, big things, little things, everything in between, it makes you feel more hopeful. It can absolutely overcome that hopelessness. And then lastly, love. When you think about, and you guys know I'm such a mushmelon, but when you think about the people in your life that love you, from your kids to your parents to siblings that sometimes want to kill you and sometimes you want to kill them, but they still love you. And the people in your community that love you, your church, your Coach's Corner family, when you think about all of that love, it makes you want to connect more with those people, and it makes you more hopeful about this earth that we belong to. And then lastly, I'm going to say this kind of on the flip side, it can be very painful to talk about our messes. It can be painful to talk about the things that make us feel hopeless. But if we're brave enough to, in those little tiny moments when we see the need, by providing our mess and our hope through it, we can provide hope to the people around us. So I was short today because I was too chatty yesterday, but thank you so much for this one, Coach. I appreciated it.
Andrea, this was great. And here's what's so interesting about this morning is I just got on, I told you that I was on with some leaders from Japan, and Amura-san actually said this. I said, what are you looking for? And he said, just hope. Our people they just want hope for a legacy and a future together. And I said, we'll prove over time that the hope is alive here. And we had a great meeting sitting on a Zoom talking about, and the word was hope. So this word was timely. It's on people's minds. And I got to give a shout out to Joe and Valerie Hines. They gave me new socks that say Jet Setter on them. Just so you know, I'll have these on today. So I thought that was important to share across all of social media. So thank you for that, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll see you back tomorrow, Thursday. Have a great day out there. See you guys.
God bless you.
Love you. Grateful for you.
Bye, Coach. Bye, Andrea.